Boating to the Exumas is like boating into paradise. But even paradise can have its problems. Today our windlass stopped working. Yes, the one I spent weeks fixing. I thought that was bad until I found our bilge was taking on water. Well,
could be worse. How? Could be raining.
One look in your eyes and I find it. When you leave in my mind I rewind it. When you got it this good, you don't fight it.
Motor's running real slow.
the windlass stopped working and we had to pull the anchor up manually. More about that later. First, we need fuel. There's a convenient fuel dock at the marina in Staniel Cay. However, there is only room for one boat at a time, so you may have to wait in line. We didn't want to go through the hassle of raising the dinghy back to the flybridge. So my daughter and her boyfriend took it to the beach while we fueled, and they met us back out on the cove when we were finished.
Okay, I can imagine you guys can start your engines.
We're on our way.
Okay?
She wasn't even there to let me off. I didn't
Okay. How much was it here in the Bahamas?
1,500 for everything. And that, so it's like 460.
Okay. Not terrible, but not great. Here's this for the kids, so I guess I'll just hold on to that and talk to them in the back.
I will pull up a few hundred yards up here and then I'll start slowing down.
Sounds good. And all over.
Okay, so if that's not falling away from us, I'm going to have to pull away from it slowly. You're going to have to let it out. Yeah, okay, so girls, come on up, and then when you're done, we'll get back the rod out.
Okay, we can close the door. We're fine. Okay.
You good?
Yeah, I just, the mark whip that was stuck is stuck.
Is it still stuck?
Yes, but I wanted to tie the lines
Okay, well, let me get
so
it out then.
so it doesn't drag. I think we're okay leaving it.
Well, tie it to something, so if it falls out, I don't want to lose it. You have it tied to something?
No. You want me to tie it to
I'll
something?
do it if you want. Just keep us going.
Let's go to channel 12. 12, stand by, please.
I'm going super slow, and you can.
Where am I? Okay.
You're steering with the wheel.
With the wheel.
Give me the thing of hand plates. Yeah.
I had a problem with it about a year or two ago, but I managed to get it to work okay. I guess it just stretched out to the point where it was dripping.
And
We weren't sinking; it was just filling the bilge.
yeah. And Albert found an extra gas.
Yeah, I knew I saw them someplace, so I went into the locker, pulled out all the things, and went looking for gaskets. They were there, but they were in a bin marked pump, not, it was marked pump parts. It wasn't marked correctly engine parts. So we did have them, and we have a couple other spares too.
Okay.
So we're good. Everything's good.
Alrighty. Roger out.
My daughter, Devin, is interested in learning to pilot the boat, so I gave her a few tips, and she took over for a while. A stressful morning is over, and we are off to Wardrick Wells Key and Boo Boo Hill.
Okay, I'm gonna go. 80? Okay. No, we're good. I'm just letting slack out. Ah, that's good.
It went up. It went up.
Yeah. So, how was your day today?
So it was an interesting day, morning. We started off getting ready to pull anchor out of Staniel Cay, and then we were going to head over to Wardrick on our way back north through the Exumas. And the anchor windlass motor stopped working. Well, it kept blowing breakers. We don't know why. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to try and figure it out. So Lynn had to pull the anchor up by hand. And we were in a strong current, so I had to kind of keep the boat, aimed at where the anchor was set to keep some slack so that she could pull the slack little by little. And with Chris's help, we got it done. It took us about a half hour. Then we went and picked up some fuel at the fuel dock, which is, it was pretty easy to get in and out. We were lucky we didn't have to wait. $4.65 for fuel. Not great, not terrible. Could have been worse. I was expecting like $6. And then we started heading out, and we ended up with water in our port bilge.
When the alarm went off, when I ran downstairs, checked the forward bilge and I saw that was full. Then I went to the back bilge and I saw that was full, and I looked up and I saw all this water trickling down, which I didn't know what it was. So then I ran up and got you. So what did you think when I did that? And I said, you gotta get your downstairs, because I thought it was a seacock or something. I don't know.
Well, I went down there and I looked, and I kind of knew what it would be. I'm glad it wasn't a seacock, but it's a seal there's a strainer, a big strainer on these engines, like this big, this long, and there's a big wing nut on it and a plate. And I've had some issues with it before, trying to get it sealed properly when I cleaned the strainer, because the gasket, I guess it was getting stretchier and stretchier. So it turned out that the gasket got too big on its own without anyone touching it and started leaking. So fortunately we had 4 or 5 spares. Typical.
Albert found them.
Yes.
Albert found them. So, Albert, what did you think about pulling the dinghy up like today? That whole dinghy experience, putting that on.
It was fun.
Yeah, really, because you were getting splashed with the exhaust
I got wet.
water.
Well, that's what happens when you're on a boat. You get wet. No big deal.
That was pretty intense. And then, when that other thing, when that happened and we had to stop, and then Devin had to run out and grab the line.
Yeah.
So it didn't go under.
Yeah.
So what wouldn't go under?
So the line didn't go under the boat.
Yeah.
And then
the prop.
right.
When she was idling, she was kind of going in circles, and that guy ended up more like over there. So there was so much slack going on, but I don't think she wanted to push it, or you couldn't push it any faster.
No, because it was on one engine.
So I ran down and I was trying to collect as much line as I could, and then there was so much line, I didn't know what to do with all the line, and I'm like, all right, please go faster now. I think you did, though. You kicked it a little faster.
I had to kick it faster to get it straight, and Chris was my coach.
Well, what they're
my sanity coach.
What they're referring to, I don't think you were clear in the beginning, is that when I was down trying to fix the leak, Lynn had to keep the boat moving, or at least from drifting into a bad area, with one engine on. because we had to turn the engine off so I can open up that sea strainer and replace the gasket.
Yeah.
So that became an issue because the boat was following us, the
Yeah.
tender was following us.
Yeah.
We were being pushed sideways by wind and current. And
Yeah.
so that's what happened.
And then Chris was the runner.
Did you let them know about just hooking up the tender?
Oh, yeah,
Even
you
leaving the
said-
fuel dock to
Yeah.
hook up the tender and idling there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
intense.
well, what we ended up doing is I had to get fuel, and we've been dragging the tender, and we're going to drag it all through the Exumas. We don't want to put it back up; it's a pain in the neck. But we didn't want to get fuel with the tender dragging behind us, so they took it to Staniel Cay Marina and beached it and hung out a little bit while we went and got fuel. And then they met us out in the bank, a little bit out into the bank, where we can reconnect the tender to the back of the main boat and then go. So that was a little bit of a process as well. I hear fish beeping on the fish finder.
Yeah, so
We're surrounded by sharks now, and that's probably what it is. So anyway, eventful day. We're here now at Wardrick. We're anchored out in our usual spot, deciding whether or not we're going to head over here to whatever these keys are here. I hear there's some great snorkeling behind us. Cauldron Keys, I don't know, something, 3 little islands there. And if not, tomorrow we're definitely going to go over to Boo Boo Hill tomorrow. We're thinking about maybe having a picnic lunch up there, and maybe flying the drone, checking out the blowholes, and whatever else we can do over there. But I would like to get some snorkeling in because I hear there's very good snorkeling here at Wardrick, and we haven't found it yet. That might be the place right there. We'll see.
So it's quite a storm, and the problem with our dinghy is that our 12-volt battery, bilge battery, stopped working, and we had a backup 12-volt, but it was, defective, so it didn't work. So now we're with this system, the old pump and shoot out.
We are at Wardrick Cay, and we're getting ready to take the tender over to the park entrance. We're hoping to do a little bit of snorkeling at the Coral Garden, and then we're going to climb Boo Boo Hill once again and visit our sign.